with Sharon Store Decor. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make the tulip petal for the flower bouquet wreath. This is what you're going to be needing. 10 by 10 mesh in the colors of your choice. I'm going to be using purples, dark pinks, light pinks, and yellows. Greens are going to be for the leaves. You will need scissors, a rotary cutter, the mat to cut your mesh on. These are from the dollar store elastic bands. They're great for keeping the petals together. And the clips I use to hold them while I make each individual petal. This is what you're going to need for making this petal today. Basically, it is 2 of the scoop petal or lolly petal joined together to make it look like a tulip. I bought this mesh, Polypro mesh ribbon from Hobby Lobby. It is quite thin, so it's kind of like see-through. I like to use 2 pieces per petal. So we start with a 10 by 10 piece, curl side up. We put 2 pieces together with the seam on the left side. You start with the top corner and you fold down to the bottom corner and just flatten it out. You're going to pinch in the middle like so, and you're going to fold and drag your piece into the center. Take your other side and fold and drag into the center, and you form like a scoop. That's when your clips come in handy. You clip it together, get your little garbage pail and your scissors, and trim off the bottom. We'll do that again. You take your curl side up, and again, we're using 2 pieces per just because the mesh is a little bit thin. Seam to the left, take the top corner, fold it down to the bottom, and flatten it out. You'll pinch in the center. You'll take your top, fold it in, and drag it down to the bottom. Same thing with this side, fold it in, and drag into the center. And then you've got your little scoop. Now we're going to trim off the bottom. Okay, and you've got your other scoop. You put them together, and now is when we're going to take our rubber band and we're going to rubber band them together. One, 2, and now you've got your 2 lips to look like a tulip. Let's do that again. I've got my 2 pieces together already. I'm going to start curl side up, start from the top, seam on the left, fold to the center, flatten it out, pinch in the middle, curl to the bottom, drag it to the bottom center, form out your little scoop, trim it, clip that one. Each of these pieces are cut 10 by 10, and you don't have to worry about heat sealing it at all, which is a really good thing about this petal. Again, corner to corner, fold it in half, flatten it down, pinch in the middle, fold and drag to the center, fold and drag to the center. You can form it out. They do not have to be perfect. Each petal can be a little bit smaller or bigger. They do not have to be exact. So then you take your petal and your other petal and you join them together. Now they could be a little bit up, They could be a little down, they could be right in the middle, however you want to see your petal look. Then you get your rubber band. And secure it together. And now you've got your tulip petal. I make about 8 to 10 petals each per color, and it all depends on how you want it to look when you go to your board. All you do is take your 10 by 10 piece, start from one corner, and roll all the way up to the top, and you've got your stem now. So I took my 10 by 10 piece of mesh, curl side up. I went from the top corner to the middle and the bottom to the middle, and then I just scrunched it. So it kind of looks like that. And it's okay if it's messy. It doesn't have to be perfect. You could use. We are ready for our next step. Now that the petals are made, we are going to be placing them on our wreath board. This is a Unique in the Creek triangle board, which today we are going to be using upside down because the cone shape reminds me of when you get your flowers delivered. So what we're going to be doing is placing the petals on the board, not attaching them, just placing them to see what looks visually acceptable to your eye. So I'm going to be using 5 petals of each color. I'm going to start with the pink, and I'm going to put it up a little bit to the top so it's like the tallest part of your bouquet. And we're going to do, like I said, 5 petals each, and we're just going to put them on the board. And then we can go to our light pink, put them over here, and we're going to kind of round it. So instead of it being at the top, maybe we'll be attaching them to the second holes. And then we just keep placing them on. Okay, now I'm going to go to my next color, my purple. And I'll put those on. And then we can do our yellow. Okay, that looks good so far. Then I'm going to be cutting 10 by 10 inch pieces of the green mesh, rolling them, and these are going to be the stems of the flowers that stick out on the bottom, and then we'll put a bow in the middle. And as we attach our petals, if there's any spots that are showing on the board, we can also use these as like leaves sticking out in the bunches. Our next step will be to attach. Okay, now we're at the end of our bouquet. And this is the bottom with the stems and the petals that are the filler of your bouquet, or you can call it like the cellophane that holds it all together. I'll show you how I made that petal. All you do is take your 10 by 10 piece, start from one corner and roll all the way up to the top, and you've got your stem now. I did 2 of them. You can even do 3 if you want. And I did a zip tie in the middle. Then I did 6 of the long rolled pieces for the stems. So I did 2 on one side, 2 on the other side, and 2 in the middle. And I just kind of tuck them under. These 2 were up, and this one was under. It's however you want, and then you can trim any of the little frays. But it's, the more you touch it, the more it frays. But it's okay to look messy. It's a bouquet of flowers. Now we're gonna do our bow.